Look at me now, oh, I'm getting paid.
Hello everybody, it's me again, Megan, bringing you another installment of Dual Consciousness video blog. This is video blog 6.0, and before I go any further, I would like to send a special birthday shout out to my big sis, Shay. I'm not going to mention your age, but you're wonderful, and you're still looking good, and you're still doing it. It's not like you're old, not that at all, but you're still 7 years older than me. I look up to you. I love you a long time. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but this is the third video blog that I have done for the month of May. So I am going above and beyond the call of duty just for you guys. And also one thing I said that when something really affects me is when I get moved to do a video blog. So just this past weekend, I don't know if y'all saw the little opening clip, but the plane was taking off or flying over. This weekend, I went to go see the Blue Angels. About a month ago, my mother came up with the grand idea that I should take several of my cousins, my little cousins, to go see the Blue Angels, which is a team of pilots that do all these stunts in jet airplanes, and they fly over. And it was just going to be a huge event in Lynchburg City, and they were expecting thousands upon thousands of people to come out there. And so my mom said, you know, Megan, you should take the kids out to go see the Blue Angels. So I was like, okay, I think I'll take the kids. So in preparation, I went and got snacks. I got Capri Suns and animal crackers, and my aunt was coming. I'm going to eat one of these right now. Yeah, my aunt was coming, and my sister was coming, and my niece and whatnot. And so it was 4 little kids and 2 older preteen kids, and me, my aunt, and my sister. And so we get ready. We go out there, and this event is so huge, that they had you park elsewhere. You couldn't even park near the airport. You parked elsewhere, and then they shuttled you in. So we went to the actual event, and we get there, and before the Blue Angels went on, they had other planes doing all kinds of aerial stunts and flipping and 360s and loop-de-loops and all kinds of things. So I kind of felt like it is when I'm in my apartment watching the little boy run back and forth. This is basically what everybody at the air show was doing. And that went on for hours. I didn't feel strange because everybody was doing it. But I'm gonna continue on. The event was lovely. The kids enjoyed it. They snacks, little ice pops and whatnot. But it started getting hot, and the babies couldn't handle the heat so much. It was pouring water on them and whatnot. So we decided to wrap the evening a little short. And so the Blue Angels were still in the air flying, and we just decided to go ahead and leave out. As we're leaving out, we noticed this long line forming of people that want to leave as well. But unfortunately, the shuttles had not arrived yet. Pay attention, the shuttles had not arrived yet. So we're standing in this line waiting for shuttles to come, and shuttles were going to go to Liberty University and drop people off. Shuttles were going to CVCC and dropping more people off. So we're waiting. As soon as the buses pull up, people would assume that a line means that there's some kind of order. And you know what happens when you assume. As soon as the bus doors open, there was a mass convergence of everyone running to get on a bus. It was utter chaos, and that is just the start. And I really don't even know where to go from this, but I'm going to try to keep my composure. But I'm just going to tell you this. Me and the 8 other people I was with, waited from 3:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. to get on a shuttle. And we were the absolute last people to get on the shuttle. I don't know how. We ended up being the last, but we were the last. And so we're waiting on the buses. People are pushing. You're up in close quarters because people just keep pushing you forward and forward. The buses couldn't get through because people were blocking the way, just trying to get onto the bus. Deputies were out there yelling at people, telling folks to back up. Folks was breaking in line. At one point in time, my aunt got a little rowdy Rod Piper with another gentleman that was there, telling them to go to the end of the line because they cut in front of a huge group of people. And so they was just going back and forth. My sister jumped in on it, and the only thing I could do was look at the lady and say, what would Jesus do? That's all I could do. I didn't have no strength to muster anything else. I just looked at her and said, what would Jesus do? She turned around and continued to stand in front of us, breaking a line in front of everyone. They had National Guards out there. They had people trying to direct traffic. And you know, back when Hurricane Katrina hit, I said, oh, that stuff in the Superdome didn't happen. But now I do believe it did, because it was hot outside. It was over 80 degrees outside. There was limited water and resources. It was old people out there. It was children and babies, handicapped individuals in wheelchairs. But folks did not care. They were pushing past folks, and just like old people was falling out, and even young people was falling out. Because at one time, I was just like weebling and wobbling. I had sweated out every fluid in my body, and my aunt, they looked at me and said, oh my goodness, Megan is gray. And I was about to fall out, and she dragged me over to the little tent and poured water on me. It was terrible. And I was just weebling and wobbling, and people was pushing up against me. One man got so close to me, I thought I got married, because we was that close. And I knew him almost biblically, if you understand what I'm saying. And I was very uncomfortable. And so the day continues, and we're still waiting out there. They stopped bringing buses to that area completely. Unbeknownst to us, we just sitting waiting on buses with crowds of people, because it was 30,000 people at the event. And then they said, well, go over here, go to this other side. So there's a mass exodus to this other location to get on the bus. We're waiting there, and I get over there and about to weeble wobble again and have to sit down on the ground again. I'm looking like a kid sitting Indian style, trying to keep my composure and not fall out. Because granted, we had 4 children with us under the age of 7. So it was 6 and lower. And so we sat over there for a little while. And after that, then we moved to another location. It was terrible. My little sister, she weeble wobbled and she did fall down. We had to go to a medical triage unit. It was hot, people, and we was waiting forever with no end in sight. And people just kept giving us false hopes, false promises. Oh, the buses are coming. They're coming back around. Here they come now. No, not for us. Not for us. It was, and the kids did surprisingly well. I don't know how many times I can mention this, but they were awesome. And before they left my house, I told them that they could each pick a little toy off of my little table of toys, and they each had their own little figurine, and they was playing with. So I'm so glad that they each had them toys to occupy themselves, because I don't think they could have made it without, you know, those little McDonald's toys that I had to give them. I'm trying to convey to you all the trauma that we went through. Yesterday, a man had said that the rapture was coming at 6 o'clock p.m. And I do believe God was giving me, I'm secure in my salvation, but I do believe God was giving me a glimpse as to what hell would be like. Exactly. That was hell. It was hot. I had sweated until I had no more perspiration left in my body. I was about to fall. I turned gray. I turned gray. Like a chameleon out there. So I'm like, I don't even understand. I didn't know I could turn colors. but I did. And my sister was looking at me like, oh, Lord Jesus, please, Lord, help her, Lord. Give her something, Lord. She gray. But I didn't fall out. But the whole event was about the Blue Angels. I don't even remember the flights too much, because all I can remember is the trauma and the tribulation that I went through afterwards, trying to catch the shuttle bus. The shuttle bus. It was that terrible. I don't even think I got words to say. I'm trying to tell y'all all the events that happened. Everybody out there had diabetes and had to leave right away. I think it was a whole lot of folks on there lying. Talking, ooh, I got diabetes. I need to get back to my car. My insulin in there. You ain't got no diabetes. I just see you eating sugar donuts. You ain't got no diabetes. And it was a whole lot of foolishness, a whole lot of tomfoolery out there. And that kind of messed up my whole thing. I didn't even care about them Blue Angels, the Blue Devils, the Blue Who. I didn't care no more. And but I'm sure everybody else enjoyed it, especially them folks that got on the buses first and got to go home. They had an enjoyable experience. And later on, I saw the Blue Angels while I'm in triage, and they told some thanks everybody for coming out and enjoying the Blue Angels. Easy for you to say as you walk out and go get in your car and go back to your hotel, and I'm still waiting for a shuttle bus. That's all I gotta say about that. Yes. Thanks everybody for checking out Dual Consciousness Video Blog 6.0 and listening to me as I give you my synopsis of my Blue Angels weekend. It was definitely an eventful one, so thanks for listening and helping me vent through this video blog. Remember to check out the written blog at http://DuelConsciousness.com. Check out the written blogs. Check out all these video blogs. Rate them, comment, leave suggestions, and all that good stuff. Tell somebody about that, about Dual Consciousness this week. It's a challenge to everybody out there. Tell your mama, your friend, co-worker, your daddy, aunties, uncles, cousins, and all those other people that you come in contact with. Please pray for me. I'm still trying to recover. I got some aches and stuff like that I didn't know that your toenails could hurt. I didn't know that. I didn't know your fingernails could hurt. My hair follicles hurting a little bit. It was just that type of weekend. Keep praying for me. We love you a long time. We love you long. We love you strong. Peace.
Look at me now. Look at me now.